Hey there, it's Carly Schroeder, functional nutrition coach, and I'm going to be talking to you guys about anovulation, meaning there is no ovulation happening. We're also going to look at what that means, what are the symptoms in your menstrual cycle that is happening, causes of anovulation, even if it's anovulatory cycles or a chronic condition, and also what that looks like if you are charting and using the fertility awareness method, how that would show up on your chart with different temperatures and through your cervical mucus. So let's first dive into this information and nail it down so you guys can start to time conception and actually get pregnant. But first, we have to make sure that ovulation is actually occurring. And if it's not, why is that happening? So, anovulation is the absence of ovulation during a menstrual cycle. Sometimes it's confusing for women because they don't even realize that they're not ovulating because they're still having what looks like a menstrual cycle, when really it could be an estrogen withdrawal bleeding. It is essential for conception as it involves the release of the egg. How that affects fertility is that without ovulating, there's no fertilization. And that is the major cause for women who are struggling with infertility. So, this can happen sporadically through different cycles, meaning it could happen one time in June and then you see ovulation picks back up, or it can be chronic. How do you know if you have an ovulation? You could have irregularities in your cycle, you could have no bleeding, you could have intense bleeding, or you could have really light spotting. It really depends from woman to woman and from cycle to cycle. So if you are trying to get pregnant and you're having anovulatory cycles, whether chronic or temporary, it's a challenge for you because we're not releasing the egg. So let's talk about why this would be happening. Some of the reasons for anovulation and ovulatory dysfunction include hormonal imbalances such as PCOS, thyroid disorders, hyperprolactinemia, and also lifestyle factors such as high levels of stress, extreme physical activity, or poor diet and nutrition, in addition to weight, being overweight or underweight, rapid weight gain or loss, and other medical conditions such as diabetes, blood sugar issues, or Cushing syndrome. So now, knowing this information and what it causes are, I want to show you what that would look like in your charting using the fertility awareness method with tracking. And if you guys haven't already learned how to take your basal body temperature, check your cervical fluid, check your cervical positioning, then you're going to want to watch this video because it's going to share all that information with you and get you caught up to speed. So when you're looking at this video, it's not all Greek to you. So I'm first going to show you what it looks like to have a normal cycle where ovulation is occurring and you can see a thermal shift. Next, I'm going to show you a cycle that doesn't have a thermal shift and instead you're going to see a zigzag pattern. So referring back to this chart, we can see that cover line was drawn at 97.5 and it was a slow rise temperature here. So it was 1/10 of an increase each time, and then it was sustained though. You can see that the temperature stays and hovers above cover line, indicating that ovulation has occurred. Looking at the difference here of an anovulation cycle, we can see that no thermal shift occurs throughout the cycle. The period is captured from day 1 through 4 and then again on day 30, but no thermal temperature or shift remains elevated. Beyond these cycles that we go through in womanhood, if there are irregularities or medical conditions that are impacting it, such as those hormonal disorders I've listed above, and also the lifestyle factors that could be impacting it, it's really beneficial to track and know what's happening in the body to give you information so you can start to make the changes necessary to start ovulating. I have seen it case by case. Women are able to correct these things with these lifestyle interventions. So if you guys haven't already done it, subscribe to this channel, like it, do all the things. Comment below, ask questions, be a part of this community, have these conversations open up so you can start to get some clarity and some answers. I'm here for you. I'm happy to help, teach, learn, and grow. And in addition, I do have a very awesome offering for you. If you're not already part of my skool.com/roots community, then take advantage of that now, because I have an entire 1-week course with information to teach you these principles and practices so you can get it in motion and have a soundboard where you can come to. On that platform, we have an entire family. It's a family. It's a group of people coming together with the same mission of trying to have their dreams come true and to step into parenthood, fully understanding themselves, their bodies, and being in the most vibrant state possible. I'm so grateful for your time. Thank you for joining me.